Good morning. Or not good morning. Good post-workout. We are pretty much on schedule. Oh, damn it. All right. Let's hit the ride. It's a bit... I think we're ready. Forgot that. Now we're ready. Oh, yeah. Into college we go. I'm trying out the new anamorphic lens today. So I won't really know until I go to edit the footage what we're working with, but I'm really intrigued. So there's a curve, there's like a graph and there's a curve. And there's most likely a name for this curve, but I'm not sure what it is. But basically it describes your experience, the experience you have when you start something new. And basically the graph, you start like here, and then when you start, within the first few days or weeks, your skill level or your competence in that given area starts to, or should I say, your perceived skill / competence / confidence in whatever you're doing goes up, right? And then more time passes, days, weeks, more weeks, whatever passes. And then you get this massive drop off. You drop off like a cliff, and like your confidence, your confidence, your perceived competence, how good you think you are, it drops, it falls off a cliff. And then let it steadily climbs. And then obviously the more you climb, it slowly starts to flatten out after years and years, after 5 years, 10 years, slowly starts to flatten. But this happens with everything. And the reason you get that, the reason you go up, your confidence, your perceived competence, how good you think you are, it goes up and up at the start, and then it just falls off a cliff, is because at the start, you're completely naive, ignorant. You have no idea what is going on because you've just started something new. And then as you start to keep doing it, keep practicing, you feel like you're getting better, which you are getting better, right? But then it gets to the point where you realize how bad you are. And that's when the graph shoots down, because you realize how little you know. And then that's where most people quit, because that's when it gets hard. That's when most people quit, whether it's a new sport or a new job or anything new that you start. After those newbie gains, as they say, once you realize how much work is involved or how hard it actually is, you get this drop, and then most people quit there. But if you stick it out, you will slowly over the years climb. And at the start, it's a pretty steep climb. You're learning pretty fast because there's so much to learn. So you do progress up pretty quickly from there. But after 10 years, it does start to level out, of course, because if you've been doing something for 10 years, you've learned most of it already. So there's only little bits you can kind of add on. So it kind of levels out towards after a long period of time. But that's how I've been feeling at badminton recently. At the start, I'm I've played before, but this still applies. I start and I'm absolutely terrible. And then after about for the first 2 months, there's rapid improvements. Well, I'd say, yeah, first 2 months, rapid improvements. And then the improvements slow a tiny bit, and then because the improvements slowed, there's still rapid improvements every session. I still notice improvements, which is crazy, but I notice improvements every session they're rapid improvements. But the improvements have slowed a tiny bit. And then that kind of sheds light on, and then, you're playing against much better players. So I've realized how bad I am, and it's it really it really demotivates you, because you're like, shit, I'm so bad. But if you just stick it out, it's only up from there, I keep reiterating to myself, yeah, of course you're bad. I've only been playing for 3-4 months. What do you expect? If I was one of the best players in the club after 3-4 months, I would get bored of the sport because it would be too easy, I intend to play badminton for the duration of my college life, which is 4 or 5 years, maybe even another 4 on top of that if I decide to do my doctorate. But I'm going to play badminton for the duration of my college. So I'm not really trying to be a really good player, but it's just a nice form of cardio and get friends there and stuff like that. So I'm just I'm here for the long run. I just say to myself, yeah, it's going to take a while to get good. This time next year, I will probably be 3 times better. But yeah, if you're starting something new, just remember, for the first while, it's going to be amazing. It's going to feel great. The improvements are going to be great. You're going to think you're making great progress and this is for you. This is your thing. And then it's going to become a point where you realize how little you know and how bad you are actually at it. And your confidence it's going to demotivate you. You're going to be oh, I don't know. You're going to start to doubt whether that thing is for you or not. And you're going to feel bad. But that's when most people quit. The people who succeed are the people who just push through that. Because that's when the real progress is made after that point. Because that's when your confidence actually starts to go up. It wasn't already going up, but that's the reality check. It usually happens within the first 6 months to a year. Usually first 6 months of starting something new. Just keep going. And if you start something new, expect that. Keep that in mind, because it's going to come eventually.